minus 1 minute.
Welcome back then to our live coverage of the final day of the European Touch Championships here in Vichy. We have another final for you in which England are expected to take gold. They've already claimed the 40s and the men's 30s. It's the women's 27s up next. I'm delighted to be joined by Alea Hijay alongside me for this one. Alea, welcome to the European Touch Champs.
And might I add to your little introduction that England and France 27s have already played each other, and England has come out on top twice out of 2 games. So this could be a walkover, but I do expect the French to come out guns blazing and make this a really interesting final.
England are 10 from 10. They've scored 134 and conceded just 16. They are the top scorers. They have the best defence, but it's France in navy left to right in this first 20 who'll be tapping off England in the red and green on the pursuit, and a shoulder in from Nadia Quemene. It's just a sign of what's to come here.
Oh, we love the intensity here on pitch 2 in sunny Vichy.
Quemene. Good carry, little dummy back to the open side. Women's 27, such an interesting division. Like the men's 30s, it's only a shade off of women's open in terms of intensity and quality.
That's right, and both teams in the last couple of years have really rejuvenated their 27 squad, so we're coming out with some real intensity and competition here. England now driving far side interesting for a first turnover set, but they're making good meters, and I believe they're coming to take touch 3 just shy of the halfway.
8-4 when these sides met on day one, which feels like an age ago. 8-3 the second time. So we'll see if England have continued to improve.
I think that was a drop ball. This is really good territory for the French side. Interesting to see if they can stamp their mark early in this game.
Quemene looks bright already. Nadia Quemene in from Elsa Leone. Quemene right down the short side. Pace from Maud Guerrero-Arche.
Claire Grisé with the ball in hand now.
What a legend.
She's really had an outstanding tournament. This is her
France.
first tournament in 27s, and she says she's really enjoyed it. Ball in hand now. They're going down for a link quickie there, turning the... Ooh, and we have a uncontrolled roll ball or a drop ball there. English driving up the side. Good meters on touch 2. Touch 3 is coming. Kendall Buckingham with the good hands. And quick footwork. Touch 4 just past the halfway. This is good field position. We've got Kate Allen at wing, Lucy Snake down for touch 5. Ooh, no.
Yeah, decent shift from England. Long ball over the top and just been put down. So it'll be French possession again.
French driving upside. Good meters from their winger there. That is only touch 2. Number 8 there, taking it down, and the French players flying on. Touch 4, touch 5 is coming. Little bit of a momentum break there. Slightly unfortunate, and the ref is just calling them back on side with England re-engaging on their 7 meters.
Well, look, we've had 2 finals that have been pretty one-sided. We know, that, of course, that England are the favourites in this one, but the way that France have started this game, especially on home soil, really hoping they can challenge England here.
It's really interesting when you get to a final. I know most coaches just end up saying, play like it's 0-0, play like you've never seen each other before, and teams are just pulling out all of the stops. That being said, great meters coming out of the sub-box from the English girls. Down for touch 5.
One last shoot then, to the right-hand side they go. Decent pace from Buckingham, but caught by the French.
The refs are just having a little bit of a consultation there, making sure the call is correct. Really important for Team Ref to work together, and a 6th more has been awarded to England, probably a flailing French hand in the defence there, maybe a try-saving intervention, and England are back on 6 on the French try line.
Decent little dart down the left-hand side from Joe Devine. And here's Allen again. Devine, quick pick-up, sliding over. Clark, wide they go instead. What a pill. Nikki Bird caught in the wide channel. Aurélien Humbert. Another good defensive shift.
Penalty for not moving up. So the English will get a new set of 6 on the line there.
one of the hardest things to watch out for as an attacking side. And it hands England another opportunity. Over goes Zoe Fielden-Stewart.
Denied. Strong defensive sets there from the French. They'll really get a lot of confidence from that.
Clark, Fielden-Stewart steps off the right, looking for the offside call. The two in navy and white make the touch.
Really good scramble from the French defence. Not many touches left in this set. It'll be interesting to see how England vary the play. And
Clark again, winding it up. Joe Devine over for England's first.
We called it. We called it with the opening score.
So they have broken through here, England. It was good defence again from the French.
Yeah, they had to really work for that one, which is lovely to see.
And we're hoping that's the kind of intensity that France can uphold for the rest of the tie as we go searching for a closer game in this gold medal match. But
we've
chance
had
for
a little bit of an issue with the ball. Slightly slower re-engagement of play with the French. Not very happy, but we'll take it back to the middle and the French will be on the attack. Interesting to see what they can produce there.
Kate Allen on ball girl duty. Eventually France have it again and off we go. Quemier back onto the field. Charlotte Gineste. Decent run from the French to get things
good
started.
feet there. Third touch is coming.
Nadia Quemier directing traffic. Here's Singwell.
And there she
Quemier.
is scooping through.
Good touch by Anna Goddard.
Yeah.
France will have another crack. Charlotte Gineste. Quemier weaving up towards the 7 off the deck from Lyonnais. Quemier, nice step, feeding it wide. What a dart!
And it's down.
Camille
Quick
Rosselot
Oh no!
cutting it off the wing.
The referee is pointing to the ground. She is happy with the try being awarded. Oh, I want to have a look at the replay there.
Lovely shape on the run. Inside from Camille Rosselot. England convinced they made the touch.
Ooh.
I'm not entirely sure what England are appealing for there because it doesn't look like...
I think the referee had really good eyes on the ball there and on the attacking player. Congratulations. Now it's tied at 1-1.
Alan aggrieved, but England are pegged back level.
Denied there at the French 7 metres. England re-engaged, and I'm sure they will have to say something about this last score. Taking time to build the play, down for 32 platform.
Hill, Snape, nice line, flicks it on, foot race, Sage Bannister over.
And the response straight away from the English.
Now, Ilya, what do you make of that move from England? They had so much space on the left-hand side, but they had to work to create it.
I mean, the French defence is nice and tight, and this is what coaches ask for. But the speed of the English hands, turning the play over, and a lovely finish there from the winger. Honestly, well done.
Fanny Lachart will get things back underway for France. New attacking pod for them. Audrey Sheepens, lovely ball wide. Humbert backing herself.
We have seen the French break the English defence a couple of times on tap-off. There again it is. So I'm sure that's something they'll be looking to correct at half-time or in the sub-box as the game goes on.
Maxwell, Sheepens, Maxwell again.
Good defensive touch there. That looked like a try for all money. 5th touch coming. Defence just rolling the ball.
Audrey Sheepens. There again at half, needs support, lets it fly. Across came England to make the touch. Tanya Maxwell, great effort again from her.
Really important defensive touch there. The French have been attacking that far side quite a lot, so it's interesting to see the English defence responding well to it.
Good shutout from England. Flicked wide by Goddard, it wasn't a bad option.
No,
but this is a huge opportunity now for France, Elliot.
Exactly. The unforced errors that England has shown throughout this tournament, I know they've been trying to correct them. It's a shame and not something that you ever want to give to the French in your own half.
Guillermo Arche. Gueminet feeds it off for Singot. Plenty of options for France here. There's an English foot in that roll ball, so will be a penalty.
Another set of 6 close to the English try line. The French really need to respond here.
Jessica Clark penalised. France will take their time. Good composure from Axel Singot. Quiminet, single again.
Working hard in the middles, linking up together. Got a very high length there, which is a really interesting defensive shape.
Diving over goes Quiminet, looking for an offside call. Outstretched arm again. First
Really
touch.
interesting defense from the link there. Really nice and high, very brave, protecting their middles.
Quiminet. Round the corner they come. Elsa Leone, but to the
Long
right-hand
ball.
side.
Wow.
Lovely hands from Camille Losselot. I think she was caught.
Very well tracked by the English defence there. Fifth touch, last. The English can take a lot of confidence from this defensive set. They really needed that.
They are buried in this coffin corner, a long way from home. But England have great hands in this women's 27 side. Coughed it up in this area just a few moments ago. More stable this time as they head towards the box.
One thing to look out for is the speed at which England is coming onto the field. Touches 4 and 5, they keep the momentum going, and that's certainly making the real difference right now.
England lead by a single try, an important shutout, and now momentum is with them. Elena Ennis.
Kendall Buckingham wrapping round.
Buckingham, lots of space, over the top, no chance for the winger.
Oh my goodness. What a link up between Kendall Buckingham and Kate Allen on the far wing here.
Kate Allen, one of many England players in double figures. She's up to 12 now, as is Zoe Fielden-Smith. Devine, Bannister, Clark and Goddard, all over double figures. Buckingham 1 away from 10. Every single English player has scored. Lucy Snape, of course, in our game yesterday here on pitch 2, grabbed her first try and they went mental.
Oh,
it
it
was
was
very
also
surprising.
her 75th cap yesterday, so
Absolutely.
I'm sure she was hunting down that one. But really important turnover on the English side. Are we ready to say that the momentum has shifted towards England attack here?
10 minutes gone, just 3-1 up, but that is a big shutout. And if they can go down the other end and punish France, then all of a sudden this tie has a very different shape about it. As England already the favourites, the top scorers, having beaten France twice already, blow it over the top, but it is beyond Anna Goddard this time.
Not to be this time. They needed Kendall Buckingham passing that long ball.
Yes, interesting to pick out, much like in the men's 30 side and in the mixed 30 side, which players have certain attributes that they turn to. Pace is one of them on this near side and the French wing.
Coming on here.
Losselot at half. Round the corner comes Maxwell. Sheepens.
Down they are, touch 5. Big scoop, long ball out to the wing, gets the hands, check back, but unfortunately goes to ground. And it's on the English sub-box side, making their task to come off and get some fresh legs on a little bit easier.
Nice to see what Fanny Larcher has on offer from the long ball for France, but England maintain this 2-try advantage.
I have to say, the French defensive press has been really good in this little set here. The English are coming on with only a little bit of momentum, just slowing their attack down. We've got touch 5, scoop, Jess Clark with the ball, big right step. There she is, 2-on-1, and are we seeing another one for Kate Allen? Yes, we are.
Kate Allen has 13 in the tournament and 2 in this final. It's 4-1 England.
Huge work done by the English to get something out of nothing. Again, Kendall Buckingham with that decisive pass to Kate Allen. Jess Clark with big right foot step. It really is a team effort.
Some excellently well-worked tries. It's not all about individual England players powering over here, because if you go player for player, this is a French team of real quality, but it's about the link-up and the coaching, the experience of this team, who almost all have Women's Opens experience previously.
Right, the French on the attack.
Nice footwork, but once again, their most dangerous player, Nadia Quiminet, is caught short.
They're asking the right questions of the English defence, though. Running hard with speed, just slight execution issues here, and enabling the English to just be quite comfortable in this first half.
Link coming on a wide run, but just found the Vichy turf instead. She's starting to feel the impact of a couple of days' play.
Another unforced error up on the English sub-box side. Big moment for France here to bring the try difference down to 2 with 7 minutes left to play in this first half. They're going to take the opportunity to get some fresh legs on the field.
Second time England have coughed it up in that area of the park. Could be a chance here with Losselot at half. Here's Maud Guerrero-Arche.
Right, Claire Grise on the ball, working with Justine there on the link. Quickie back inside. I think that'll be taken for forward pass off the ruck.
Good
But
work from
big
Justina
questions being
Stanislaw.
asked.
So we'll restart here with England again. It's their third shutout on the bounce after scoring a fourth, and France, it's pretty disheartening if you're given that many opportunities and come up with nothing.
It'll be interesting to see what the coaches have to say at half-time problem solving. Again, a great run there in latch from the English ladies. Jess Clark linking up with Kendall Buckingham, passing it out to the far wing, and touch 5. Good defensive set there from the French. Be interesting to see if the English can make something out of nothing, and no, the French will be getting the ball back. Good field position, and they really need a score here.
Well, France ended up finishing 4th overall last year at the European Seniors Cup in the women's 27s division. They actually lost to England 35, who then went on to beat England 27s in the final in an interesting turn of events.
Wow.
But they did pick up 2 wins, one against Scotland and then one against England 35, who did go on to win the tournament, but a year later, and certainly different sides at this Caps Championship. Good hands from the French, diving over in
there. Big defensive touch there from Nikki Bird on the English wing. I mean, seeing some more speed coming onto the field from the French, it's looking a lot better than it did even 5 minutes ago.
Aurelienne Humbert with a decent effort. Back come England instead. Jess Miller with the carry. Good line from Goddard. This is better from England, but a little bit too keen to play there. They actually
haven't lacking a little bit of depth.
Haven't spent much time in the French half over the last 5 minutes or so.
No, it's interesting. The English haven't had that many repeat sets on the French defensive line, so it would actually go to show that they're scoring by breaking through the midfield, which is something that France hasn't yet done.
Maxwell round the corner. French substitutes a little bit late to the party. Elsa Lyonnais.
Right, this is 5th touch coming. Nadia Kemener down, dumping the ball. Mid partner, scooping it, hands. It's just not quite getting to the wing, is it?
Axel Single, a little bit too ambitious on that drive, but France keen to create. But they do need to use all 6 at every opportunity.
Yeah. Set completion is really important. We say it, we've said it all week, we'll keep saying it until the cows come home. Even in the final, especially in the final, this is important.
Full one up as we head towards half-time.
Eliana Innes driving it in hard. Kendall Buckingham down on the sweep. Again, that 2-1, but really well shut down by the French winger here.
Good defence from France. Here comes Combe. And then the 6th touch taken right on the opposite side to the French box.
Okay, Alan asking some questions, but the French will regain possession and use this opportunity to get some fresh legs on. But look at the speed of the English defensive press there.
First touch taken then, and France have barely progressed. Another touch right on this touch line, but they've yet to clear the box. This is 3rd touch coming before the half. And it's a different kind of transition to England, who might have given it away a couple of times, but here comes Marion Séchier.
Down for the scoop.
Séchier floated over the top, but it's always going forward from Claire Cruzet.
Perhaps the French being a little bit impatient on this touch 5. A couple of times the scooper just doesn't break the line and tries to pass straight away. I think they actually have a bit more time than they think.
There is an angle that when you're playing against a side like England that you have to try the more audacious efforts, because standard tactics are unlikely to cause much of an impact, as France know from being beaten twice already in this tournament.
But they are showing a really good defensive press there, so hopefully they can deny another English try through the middle. And there we are, an error resulting in a turnover.
Penalty France as we approach the break. 2 minutes for them to get down the end and try and carve out an opportunity.
Who would you say is winning the midfield battle here? Especially in the last couple of minutes, we've seen a few unforced errors from the English and the French turning the ball over in really good field position.
But also interesting to say that we haven't spent that much time in the middle third of the park, because England fly through it straight away. This is better from France. On come their changes. Good drive from Adouard. Maxwell.
Good hands there, long ball. Just taking the time to set up. Tag on touches.
Sheepens to the open side. Is there a 2-on-1 here? Big dummy from Guerrero Arche, but England get across.
Big defensive touch there from Jess Clark.
laid back for Audrey Sheepens. But that's a rather anticlimactic end to the French attack. Oh, with a penalty for England as well. 1 minute to go here. I mean, Allaire, could they ask much more from England, that coaching staff on the far side?
I mean, other than correcting a couple of those unforced errors and perhaps getting some more depth so we can actually, so the English can actually play through hands every time that the opportunity is created, I don't think so. They are playing a really great game there.
Ambitious drive from Miller, but then sent back a few yards. Here's Snake. Buckingham. Snake directing the traffic here, down from Hill, quickly up into the path of Hill again, but
well covered by the French there.
Miscommunication at some stage.
Look at the English defensive press, really high, flying out of the the defensive line, and touch 3 coming up just shy of halfway. Again, French earning.
Well, the penalty might not be taken in time. The touch comes in on Kate Allen, but another penalty, so there will be a final touch. Allen tries to catch them out unawares. Was the winger offside on the near side?
Number 12 making the touch there, and we are 4-1 for England at half-time in the women's 27s final.
Well, Kate Allen very nearly gave France a scare, but they just managed to regather. Losselo, touch was given. Second penalty, Allen had another crack. Losselo made the touch, and then in the end it was great cover from Axel Single.
Big defensive touch there.
So half-time, England lead by 4-1. Another game in which we were hoping would be more even as the English go hunting for more gold medals. 2 already here on pitch 2. With 20 minutes left to play, France are certainly in the game, but so were Ireland in the men's 30s before England pulled away in the second half. Can the French on home soil here in Vichy go one better? We'll be back in just a few moments' time.
Ah, ok. Non, je vais donner si tu la gagnes, je te donne. Non.
Welcome back to the second half of this women's 27s final, which England are in charge of, up by 4-1. Vichy alongside me. I think one of the biggest difference perhaps is their defensive pressure, which you referenced a few times in the first half. It's really stopping France from getting a quick roll on like England have here.
Difference between France and England has been the speed at which players are coming onto the ball for the English side.
Another effort at the line from Jo Devine. And it's the first score of the second half from England's first attacking set. We've often seen it from England's sides today. In fact, both of the previous gold medal winners have scored straight off their first attack in the second half as they go 5-1 up here. Devine has another. And what do you make of that score? Hello, it's pretty tough for France to take.
It's a really athletic dive, really great stuff from the English, and just not the position that France want to be in at the opening of second half here.
Jo Devine trying to chase down Jess Clark as the top scorer. She's on to 15 now. Jess Clark on 16 when the game began. France looking for an instant riposte. Forward from Quemenet. Quemenet now leaves it to the open side instead. But unfortunately no one there for Axel Singel to pick out. Quemenet going for the switch, just a little bit too late to the idea.
I still stand by the fact that I think the French are a little bit panicky in their attack, in touches 5 and 6 especially, and they could spend a little more time building that attack and being more composed, and I think they would be asking the right questions of the English defence. Referee saying play on here with...
Dummy through the centre. England go and punish the offside. It's Nicola Marsh.
A little bit of a show and tell there. Oh, again, straight through the middle of the French defence. This is a little bit worrying for them now.
Not to disrespect any other nations in the women's 27, but that is a try that England 27 wouldn't concede. I can't imagine a situation like that unfurling in the defensive line with a miscommunication that leads to such a score, and that might be a big part of why they are on this unbelievable scoring run across their 10 games.
Exactly, and I know it's day 4 and bodies are tired, but it's a little bit of a connectivity issue in the midfield French defence.
England have now scored 140 tries in 11 games. And conceded just 16 and now 17 in that time. An unforced error though, England's third of the tie inside their own half.
Big moment for the French to capitalise upon. It'll be interesting to see if they can put into practice the advice, especially the attacking advice that their coach has given them at half-time.
Sechet lays it back. Marion Sechet looking to create here for France. Maud Guerrero-Arche. A call coming from the referee. And it's against France.
Looks like there may have been a forward pass off the ruck. That again, just not very connected in attack. They seem to be taking a lot of time to set up what they want to do. With an English press coming up so high, it's really difficult.
Good work from England. 2 touches, now 3, and they're almost up the halfway. Genuinely the marker for a decent transition.
Yeah, this is really good speed coming onto the ball. They are at touch 5, way behind the halfway. Touch 4 was on, but another unforced error.
Although not as worrying this time inside the French half, and that high press again, going up in 2s and 3s, and look how quickly the winger on the near side, Sage Bannister, is triggered by the high press once she saw the other 2 go.
One thing that we're really seeing from the English side compared to the French is the speed of the roll ball. Now, commentator's curse maybe from your end, because now the English have regained possession, and we will see, in really good field possession as well, and we will see what they can make of that.
Elaine Ennis in the midfield with a little pump of the fist when that turnover was given. Really pleased with their defensive efforts as they head towards the box. Sticking down the short side, here's Allen.
Great quick hands coming on.
Still here for England. Clark finally caught.
We have building for a 32 play here. Sweeper, Jess Clark picking it up, passing it around. Number 12 diving for the line. And the try will be awarded.
Zoe Fielden-Smith over for England's 7th. It was impressive that you called the play as it was being set. We have a good angle of it from here, but it's a shame that France weren't able to see what was going on behind that English line.
It was a fantastic decision by the half there, Jess Clark. She saw that the French defence were cornering hard. She decided to reverse the play and quick little pass and dive. And it's as simple as that, really. Touch is a really easy game when you play it well.
They're certainly making it look easy here in this gold medal match. 15 minutes to go, but it's hard to see a way back in this for the hosts. Leonet to the line.
Given!
Finally a try, scored by Nadia Kemenet.
The captain, again, really important. She is taking advantage of the English here, perhaps not being as sharp back on the line as they should be, and just dive from the line there. Quick drop down, and the referee is happy with that.
France do have another score, and Nadia Kemenet probably been France's best player in the tie so far. Cone. England will look to respond straight away. Divine.
With a great inside check there.
And they do win the penalty. It's good play from Ennis on the inside.
I believe it was a penalty for a side hard touch there. So the English now have a new set of 6 on the French scoreline there.
Ennis round the corner. Divine wants another. Is she away from Marion Sechet? Try given.
Do you know, the women's 27s, I've watched a few of their games now, and they really do love a sweeper play, and they're so effective at it. They make the right decision when it's time to pass the ball to the sweeping player, or, as we saw in the previous drive, with Jess Clark picking up the ball and going in for a scoop with a simple pass.
Jo Divine now has 16, level with Jess Clark coming into the game. See if she can nick that top scoring spot right before the final whistle of this gold medal match. 8-2 as things stand. That's the likely target now for England. France just desperate to get back into this with a score. Maxwell, nice footwork. Eventually up to the 7. Tanya Maxwell spots the hole. Late ball back on the inside.
Really good cover by the defensive link there. It's quite tough to be a link, actually. Really hard to get your positioning right according to what your middles are doing and making sure your winger's not too isolated. So that was also a great feat. Listening to the referee who is asking them to taking it back, but big defensive set for England there.
8-2. And unfortunately it's the third final on the bounce, which hasn't been quite as even as we were hoping. We've had some great games here today on pitch 2, a couple of semi-finals. Of course, England taken to a drop-off, and they're actually leading Germany in the mixed 30s final over on pitch 1.
It does look like that was 6 touches. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there with the English attack coming on. Big opportunity for the French, who have just passed halfway on touch 1. Let's see what they can build with the 4 remaining touches.
Rossilo, try scorer at the half.
Third touch coming.
Axel Single wants to go quickly, but there's another penalty. And France are their own worst enemies at the moment.
This is why we call them coach killers for a reason. Unforced errors. English there driving, flying up the pitch. Quick hands out to the wing. Big meters on touch 2.
Well, France had plenty left in that chamber there and didn't use it. England might punish them straight away. It's Ennis.
Kendall Buckingham there earning herself a penalty for hard touch. The new set of 6.
All inside from Cone. Cone at the half again to the open side. Ennis, good ball, but just away.
Again, it's that sweeping player pattern. Here the decision was made perhaps slightly too early to pick up and pass when the English still had another 3-4 touches left in the set, and this resulted in a forward pass off the ruck.
France, though, have struggled with the transition compared to England.
Exactly, it's just generally been slightly slower touch. See, this is what I mean, that touch 3, it gives time for the English defence to reset. Touch 5 coming up now, although Claire Grisey with some great meters made.
Straight through the middle they go. Grisey ships it away quickly. Nice footwork, but the winger is caught. Camille Lucillo has looked dangerous, but really well watched by Sage Bannister.
One thing that's striking between the French and English attacking sets here, especially as they're driving off, is the difference in depth. This is the coaches go on and on and on about it. Every single touch player, rugby player has heard about the importance of depth, but the English here are executing that well, whereas the French are a bit flatter, and it's just making it difficult to bring speed to the drive.
This is our first of 3 England-France test matches to bring you. After this is the mixed open final, then the women's open, same opponents in all 3. If this one hasn't gone to France, do you think the other 2 might be a more likely gold medal opportunity for them?
I think France v England, I'm particularly excited about the France v England mixed open final. These are two countries that historically have done really well in both categories. I mean, the English got the win against Wales in the semi, and the French played an outstanding game against Switzerland, so it's all to play for.
France looked quite comfortable in the end against Switzerland. As England go to the short side, they look comfortable here. It was a dramatic ball from Goddard. Would have been special if it came off, but just a penalty. Indeed, then that Women's Open game against England and France as well. They opened up the tournament over in the Stade d'Aragon. Great win against Ireland.
It's a really tough penalty there on the French defensive line. This could make or break the game for the French, this defensive set there.
Allen. And it's Clark now in the middle of the park. With Field and Stewart, already a try for her in the final here. Clark's been creative. In comes Goddard, straight down the channel.
Asking some questions of the French defence. Again, we're seeing this sweeper platform. It'll be interesting to see how they build it throughout the set.
Anna Goddard. And Field and Stewart round the corner. Clark misses her out, goes to the wing. And Bannister was just a step or two behind the plate.
Yeah, it's a shame there. But again, really great building of the attack there from the English.
There's a real question about which of the two teams you're going to be supporting in the next couple of games.
Oh, it's a tough one. My sister is playing for the Mixed Open France, and I love them with all my heart, but I was due to play England Women's Open, so my head is with England.
You could be more mixed on the Mixed Open when you watch it, and that's fine. As a penalty is given against France, and that is another example of just not finishing their attacking sets. And they haven't managed to carve out an opportunity with their transition. All they've done is make it into England's half.
Exactly. I mean, we've spoken about it before on the commentary here, about the importance of finishing your sets. You cannot physically score without the ball. And usually, it's very rare to break through the line and score on touches 1 or 2. So completing your set is important to get confident with the processes and up your chances of scoring.
Great pace from Buckingham. They just know when to take the handbrake off, England, but hasn't worked out for them this time, although with 7.5 minutes to go, a 6-try comeback from France is looking unlikely.
It is, especially now. This is difficult. This is like the second or third penalty within their half. And again, unforced errors, just little roll ball errors that, yes, I understand it's a final, it's the end of 4 very long days in the heat, but we can't afford that at this level.
Snape. Only 1 try for in the tournament. I was interested to learn what a nudie run was after Snape did score that try, as it's put down by Allen. Because they celebrated with so much fervour when she scored. I went and asked what the occasion was, and she said, well, she hadn't scored yet. And then Hannah from the Scottish Women's Open side alluded that the nudie run is a real thing that they talk about in tournaments, especially amongst England. I did introduce it to the Dutch. They'd never heard of it before, so I'm now on the fence about whether or not I was having the mick taken out of me, whether it is a real thing that's discussed within camps.
Hard touch there for Kate Allen. Tap for France. They just need to get down the line and drive hard. I mean, good meters there from Claire Grise.
Absolutely stacked with French supporters behind the try line. Good work from Sechier. Could be on here. Sechier waiting for England to creep forward. And here come France with a real opportunity. Taken to the line again by Anne Adoua. Sechier. Grise. Just too much on it.
I mean, the defensive press coming off the line there from England was excellent. It's really a dangerous position to put yourself out there so high off the line, but it really paid off for them there.
Well, I think with 6 minutes or so to go, it's time to think about player of the final. It was Ben Meakin in the men's 35, on the men's 30, gold medal match, with the 35 teams also competing in that division. And then in the women's 40s game, well, it had to be the player on their 150th game who opened up the scoring, claimed it there, Hutchinson. So what about this game though, Alea? Who have you got your eye on?
We've had a few standout players here. I mean, I know that the French are not looking, this isn't the result they're looking for, but their captain, Nadia Kemener, has been doing exceptionally well. few names again on the English side. We've got Joe Devine, who scored a couple of tries. We've got Kendall Buckingham with a couple of really decisive passes. Jess Clark, big name, directing the midfield. So it'll be an interesting one.
France with another attack though. Through Sheepens. Quick ball into the path of Maxwell. Down goes Maxwell looking for her 9th try of the competition. Sheepen. And then England come flying up to make the touch again. Not a lot of space for France here to operate in. Larchek, Sheepen, Maxwell. England catch them again here. Last chance for France. And
really good defensive press from England. They're really good pressure. That link, especially number 7, Anna Goddard, flying off the line at the earliest opportunity and, you know, earning her team a turnover.
Maxwell just thinking about the next play before keeping a hold of possession. So this final again just starting to seep away. Gonna have to press you for an answer on that player of the tournament. No, that player of the final, I should say, because it'll only be Chris Simon after me. I think it does have to go to one of the English players, in all fairness, despite that good performance.
I will say that probably won't come as a surprise when it goes to one of the English players.
What do you think? Well, I think it's a bit of a 50-50, isn't it, between Bannister and Devine. So what do you reckon out of those two? Who is your player of the final after England have all but certainly claimed this gold medal?
I hate to do this, but Joe Davina's number 14, I believe, has really stood out for me, so I think it'll have to be her.
And she's managed to climb up the top scoring ranks up to 16. One more try and she'll be the out-and-out top scorer in this division. But congratulations to her on being player of the final. Didn't announce in the previous 2 final, but they have been awarded along with the presentations that are happening soon. I think the first presentation was at 2 o'clock, and they're going to be rolling on throughout the day while our finals continue, because it's only the mixed open, the women's open and the men's open that are standalone games. Looking forward to the ground filling up here on pitch 2 for those.
Got 3 minutes left. England are on attack. They're looking very sharp. Big meters made there. Touch 4 coming. Oh, we've got a little bit of a collision. The referees are happy with that. That is touch 4 made by Jess Clark, and we will see if they can break the French defensive line for touch 5.
Floated over the top. Nice footwork. Away come England here, but then the touch is made. And unfortunately, Allen is caught. Also had a great final as well. It's just a very strong women's 27 side, and it's an important place in women's touch. The men's 30s, the women's 27s, they are such quality divisions.
And they become even better quality when teams feed them from, like, you know, aging opens players who are looking for a new challenge. Good attack there for France. Long ball. Oh,
well taken, but across came England to deny Losselot her second score. And they're not wasting any time with the reset, just 2 minutes to go. They're still after more points on the board.
They are playing like they're losing, I have to say. The intensity they've brought in the last few minutes has been exceptional, and perhaps a little bit of panic setting in, and a golden opportunity for France to limit the damage.
Indeed, because they won't be working their way back into this one, unfortunately. Regardless of what happens over the next minute and a half. Sechier, Guerrero Arche, Maria Sechier back to the right-hand side. Gruget going to draw England out here. France with a chance just to have the final say. And that sums up their afternoon, really, in this gold medal match. They just have been off the pace at the times when it really mattered.
Got just over a minute left to go. English coming on. Kendall Buckingham weaving in and out there. Touch for the referee, taking it back to an earlier offence. And again, quite a few unforced errors in this second half.
Well, you can't read into previous results for every game, but in round 1, England beat France 8-4. In round 2, they were beaten 8-3. And in the gold medal match, well, you hate to see games this one-sided, but that is the end result for England, who are going to claim a 3rd gold medal in a row on this field here in Vichy.
What a fantastic achievement. I know that both teams have put a lot of work in preparing this tournament, but England have come out on top.
And France make another final as well. They're second on the bounce, and then we've got more finals to come, including them.
The last opportunity to attack. We have 5 seconds, perhaps 1 touch left.
Loose from the French, but still they play. Marianne Secher, where's the touch? And England will celebrate. Wide it goes. Nice footwork from Camille Lossilet, but she cannot break through. England are your champions in the women's 27s division. They've matched their men's 30s and their women's 40s and claimed a win. Scotland have been beaten by the women's 40s, Ireland taken down by the men, and now France on the wrong side of this result against England in the 27s, mopping up all the old enemies so far. England with a few more still to face. We've got England and France playing again twice more before Ireland return to your screens for the men's open final at 5:30. Attilea, thank you so much for joining us this one. I'll pass on your player of the final to Chris Simon, of course, and congratulations to England with an unbelievable scoring record across the tournament. In their 11 games, they have scored 142 tries and conceded just 18, and they are your deserved champions. Alea, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm hoping we're going to have you back a little bit later for that Women's Open.
Thank you for having me, and only if you're willing.
Too right we are. As we'll leave you with these victorious scenes from England as they start to build the tunnel for their mixed open side, who are in action after knocking out the European champions Wales in the previous round. France came through against Switzerland to set up our next tie, due to tap off in 15 minutes time.
Non, je pense pas qu'il est bien, Manu, on va retourner au podium pour faire une pause.